Hey guys, Mike's here from Mike's Car Stories, and the question for today: how to live with the electric car? Okay, I open it. How to live with the electric car if you don't have a home charger? Those who don't know, my name is Mike, and I have this BYD Seal all-wheel drive. I live in Japan, and I don't have a home charger. Right? For me, it was my first electric vehicle, and it was a big question for me. Like, come on, how to live without the home chargers? Because everyone knows BEVs, EVs are terrible with range, and if you don't have a gas pump at your house, it is very difficult to live with them. Frankly speaking, I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. It is not as easy to live with them if you like compare it to the gas car, the petrol car, and it is not as difficult to live without the home charger as people may imagine. Of course, you have a lot of ifs. What if this? What if that? If you have this, if you have that. But I think the most important thing to consider when you are buying the EV is the range. And I'm not talking about the catalog range. You need to Google what is like the real life, real world range of your target EV and think about your weekly or daily range. Because if you fit your weekly range in your real life range of your EV, you don't have any problems. For example, for me, my weekly range is around 100 to 150 kilometers. I'm not traveling like that much, and Japan is not as big island as you can expect. That's why for me, my EV is real life range is 360, 370 kilometers. For me, it's more than okay for like 2 weeks. After that, think about where you can and where you will charge. Because of course there are a lot of charging networks in US, in Europe, in Japan, and it is very difficult to give advice without living in a country. I'm living in Japan, and if you're English speaking person and considering buying EV here in Japan, I can give you advice. EMP, e-mobility power. It is one of the biggest chains here in Japan, but you need to consider what are the chains in your country. You need to check how reliable they are, the reviews, and so on. Yeah, you need to do a little bit of research before buying an EV. But after you did that, you're okay. So when you will look for those charging networks, check out where are they. Because for me, it was very important that those networks or those chargers would be near the shopping malls, near the cafes, coffee shops, and so on. Because compared to a regular petrol car, of course it's going to charge much longer than the just fill up with the petrol, right? That's why I don't want to wait. Of course I can wait and do some stuff sitting on the back. I did it because currently I'm in my online master's degree, and but if you don't have some assignments like me and you don't want to wait in the car, look for the chargers near some malls or coffee shops. It is actually very convenient because you don't think about charging, you just go for shopping, coming back 30 minutes later and the car is charged. And also a very important thing to think about is don't deplete your battery. Really, it's not a gasoline car, right? You don't need to go to 10, 5% and then go for the charger. Now, in my lifestyle, I usually, Saturday, I go shopping and I see the charger near the mall. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm 60% now. I plugged in, go to the mall, bought some stuff, came back, the car is at like 80, 85% because in Japan we don't have like really fast chargers. So that's the idea, right? You don't need to leave it with in the same style as with the gasoline cars, right? You don't need to deplete it to like near zero and then charge and wait like 1 hour or more, depends on your charger, right? You need to just live with it. Just live. You see the charger, you go to the mall, okay, plug it in. If you go for the coffee shop and you see the charger and you know, okay, I'm going to be here like for 40 minutes drinking coffee, doing my stuff on a laptop, plug it in. You are not going anywhere. So why not? So yeah, the cars, electric cars, makes you to do some changes in your brain wiring because with a lot of experience with petrol cars, you already get to use and to do things in a one way, but with electric car, it's a little bit different. So what is my final ideas and final thoughts about living with electric car without the home charger? I think it is absolutely doable. And if you don't travel 200-300 kilometers a week, or even now it's okay because a lot of electric cars now can drive more than 300-400 kilometers on the one charge. And if you are doing like normal average distance a week, I don't know, 100-200 kilometers, I think it is absolutely not a problem to live with an electric car. I'm living with it. I don't have any problems without the home charger. Of course, the home charger is a blessing. If you have a home charger, or if you have the opportunity to install the home charger, do it. It's gonna make your life much, much easier. You don't need to think about the charging. You just came home, plugged it in, and that's it. But if you don't have this opportunity, and for example, like me, I'm living in an apartment building, I think it's absolutely okay to live with the electric car without the home charger. If you have any questions to me as a BYD owner, as the EV owner, I'm the first time owner of the electric car. This is my first EV. I'm not the car reviewer, I'm the car owner. And if you have any question about BYD, about EVs, about living without the home charger, about anything, ask me. Because not recently, in the winter, I went for a 2,400 kilometer trip. So I know a lot about traveling with the EV, charging the EV, and so on. So if you have any questions, please hook me up. Thank you for watching, subscribe, like, and see you next time.